Friends, this device which you can see right now is known as power capacitor. And this power capacitor is used for correction of power factor. Now when you are going to use this capacitor for correction of power factor, then to provide input power supply to this capacitor, you have to use a contactor. Here I have two types of contactor. One is your normal contactor and the other one is power contactor. If you want to provide power supply to this capacitor, then this special type of contactor you have, you need to use this. You cannot use this normal type of contactor to provide power supply to this capacitor. What is the reason behind not using this type of contactor is going to be discussed in this video. So friends, let's start the video. Friends, let us first talk about this contactor. So we know this contactor by three names. First one is duty capacitor contactor, second name is power contactor, and the third name is power contactor for capacitor. So this contactor we have, in which terms it is different from the normal contactor, let's understand. This normal contactor we have, above this contactor nothing is placed. It is a simple contactor to which we can provide electrical power supply for turning on and off. But in this power contactor we have, above this contactor here, a atom block is present. In this atom block, 3 wires are on this side and 3 wires on this side. These 6 wires are connected with the power terminals of contactor. Inside this atom block, resistance is there. It means to connect the resistance, this atom block is placed here. If you ask a question to your friends that the power contactor we have, above this contactor resistance is placed, what is the working of this resistance? Then they will answer that the working of this resistance here is to discharge the capacitor. But this answer is totally wrong. In this atom block, resistance which is placed inside the atom block is not there to discharge the capacitor. Before moving forward, I must tell you, this atom block we have, we don't call this a atom block. We call this damping resistor block. What is the work of damping resistor block? Let's understand. The motor you have, when you turn on this motor, at the starting, inrush current flows through this, 5 to 7 times of rated current. Suppose in the motor you have, current rating is 10 ampere. At the starting time, motor will consume 60 to 70 ampere. This current is only there for few seconds. So the inrush current at the time when you start the motor, same as like inrush current, this capacitor is there. If you provide power supply to this capacitor at the starting, inrush current is produced through this capacitor. This means high amount of current will flow when we start this capacitor. So the inrush current flow at the time of starting the capacitor. To reduce this current, we use damping resistor. Friends, this atom block here, this atom block is of NO contact. Let's check this once. So here I have a multimeter. I need to place this multimeter in continuity position to check this. So I place this multimeter in continuity position. After setting this to continuity position, check once. Okay, I can hear the beep sound. It means multimeter is in continuity position. Now what I will do, take the probes of multimeter and in this atom block at the upper contact, connect the probes here. So here I connected these. You can see in this multimeter I have, it is not showing any continuity. So let's turn on this atom block. After pressing this, you can hear the beep sound. It means this atom block is of NO contact. After turning on, it converted to NC. Similarly, we will check the other contact also. We will get the NO contact as before. In this atom block, the last contact here is the NC contact, which can be used for controlling. For now, the 3 wires here are connected only with these 3 contacts, and these 3 contacts are NO contact. Now we will understand the concept, why we are using this type of contactor. We don't use this type of contactor to turn on and off a capacitor. Like I told you, when we are going to turn on this capacitor, the inrush current will flow. Inrush current can also be 100 times. This means you can say that in this capacitor I have, on this capacitor it is written 14.43 ampere. It means when I provide power supply to this capacitor, then in this capacitor 14.43 ampere current will flow in normal condition. But at the time of starting, this 14.43 is multiplied with 100. This means the starting current at the time of starting can be 1000 to 1400 ampere. The current flow from 1000 to 1400 ampere will flow only for few seconds. If this much current flow through your contactor, then in this contactor, the terminals here, these terminals start melting. It means sparking is generated here. When sparking occurs, contact will not be proper and slowly the contact of this contactor starts melting. I mean it will burn out. This is why we don't use normal contactor here. Now with this power contactor, damping resistor block is also connected so that the starting current to start the capacitor, I mean the inrush current, will be reduced. So the contactor you have at the contact here of contactor, the life of this contactor will be increased. Apart from this, to turn on the capacitor, if we don't use damping resistor, then in this condition, the capacitor we have, the life of this capacitor will be decreased. So to turn on and off the power capacitor, we always use such a contactor in which damping resistor is present. Friends, I hope you like this video. If you like this video, give like on my video. If you are new to the channel, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching this video.